the lowest price ever on a Kindle Fire HDX 16 gigabyte or 32 gigabyte. And we were able to launch the 64 gigabyte. We've never, ever done that. Now, here's the really exciting part. We are saving over $100. This is what you were just watching on TV. So look, that was me. So take a look. You're saving about $100 no matter which one you do. You get the Kindle Fire HDX tablet. So what does that mean? It is the latest technology. It has the Mayday button. We'll talk about that in a minute. You're also getting the Belkin case. You're getting the multi-tip stylus. And you're getting 5 easy payments of somewhere between $1 or $1.50 a day. Now it gets even better. We have our holiday gift return policy in effect, so that means that you have until January 31st of 2015 to get it home. 4 months almost to really try it out and see if you love it. Now the only thing you have to decide is what color case and what size storage you want. So I'm going to go through it a little bit slow so that I can tell you what we have left at this point during our final presentation. Now in the 64 gigabyte, in the 16 gigabyte, let's start there. I have all 4 colors. So I have the gray, I have the pink sorbet, which is kind of watermelony. I have the blue slate. I also have the purple. And if you want the pink sorbet in that, we started with over 1,500 and I have fewer than 500. That is it. Now in the 32 gigabyte, we have all 4 colors. Now, if you want pink sorbet, we started with 1,600, and at this point, I only have 500 left. Now, here's where it gets a little sketchy. In the 64 gigabyte, we brought in over 16,000 of the 64 gigabyte, and it's been the most popular all day long. We are now down to the dark gray only, 2,500. That is it. Now everybody's going to get your stylus, everybody's going to get the wall charger, everybody's going to get the USB cord, using it to charge or using it to get information off of your computer on to your new Kindle Fire HDX. And Brett Hamilton is going to join us to kind of give us a tour. Hey, sir. Good to see you.
Good to see you again. All right, get rid of our glare there.
Okay, so let's kind of recap what we've got here, because I'll tell you what, Kindle really was the originator of a tablet with an e-reader in, I don't know, about 2007 or so?
Yeah, and it wasn't even a tablet. Nobody knew what a tablet was back then. They said, you know what, we're going to take books, we're going to digitize them, we're going to put them in something that has e-ink. So it wasn't even an illuminated screen back then.
Right.
Nobody really knew what high def was. Then all of a sudden, the idea of taking the cell phones, I don't even have my phone with me, but we know how small a phone is, and a computer, and kind of combining the best of both worlds. Because we like having the portability of a phone.
Right.
We like having everything that a computer will do, but what do you do with your online device every single day? It's Facebook, it's shopping, it's going online, it's going on the web, it's a game here, it's a video there. So then all of a sudden, everything fit inside this.
Right.
So now, you've got the ability to be able to take the best of all of those worlds on the road with you, to school, to the parking lot, on a trip, or use it in your home like I do every single day, and then simply scroll across the carousel, as they call it right here, to all these different options. More than 23 million. I've been saying that number all day long, and I still, when I hear it, I go, what?
23 million?
How can there be 23 million different choices? Well, there are. And how do you get to that number? Well, you go up here to the top. We've got the ability to buy or borrow games and apps. There's 100,000 apps just in that category alone.
Okay, that's almost unfathomable.
Yeah, there's a bookstore, and a big, big, big bookstore, bigger than any bookstore that you might have down the street. And the ability to search for just about any book that you want. Yep, there's music, and there's videos, and there's a newsstand, and there's audiobooks, and you've got a full web browser, so it's just like your computer where you can go and search for any website you want and find QVC.com or anything similar to that. Then you've got photos and you have documents, and it keeps going and going and going, and it all lives right here on this better than high def screen.
So I want to run through all of the features, because you just said something important. Better than high definition.
Yep.
This is super high definition. Maybe run through all the features, and then we'll kind of do some more demonstrations if you don't mind.
Yeah, in the second we're going to blow your mind by showing you Mayday. And Mayday is tech support built in. It's not a chat. It's not an email. There's a live agent that will appear on your screen, and we're going to have a conversation with one in a few minutes. You also have the ability to connect wirelessly and basically stream whatever's on your Kindle up onto your television screen with a bit of additional equipment that I'll explain as well. We mentioned that it's better and sharper than high def, 2 million pixels packed inside that screen right there. Parental controls are built in. It's called Kindle Free Time. You decide what your kids can and cannot see, as well as the duration, the amount of time that they spend on their tablet every single day. Then we add to that the ability to be able to take this on the go with a quad-core processor. When you hear quad-core, normally you think those 4 brains are inside a computer. Well, guess what? Now they're in your tablet as well. There's a camera looking at you if you want to turn it on and use it for Skype and for video chatting. You've got that. Then a choice of 4 different colors inside this convertible case, which means that now not only is it protection for the tablet itself, but it's the ability to be able to look at recipes and watch movies and do all that stuff on a little platform right there.
You know, when you start to think of how you like to spend your free time, what is it that you're into? This is a device that spans all ages, because I know even my 8-year-old who started with a tablet at 5 knows how to do a lot of stuff, all the way to 105, because you customize it. And the really cool thing about this Kindle with how many million choices?
23 million.
With 23 million choices, it always reinvents itself. So say you love mysteries this year and you love comedies next year. Say you love to read about, you know, foreign travel this year, and next year you want to, you know, learn about things just in the United States. Your Kindle Fire HDX can do it. But I think the other thing is, we're not settling. This is so lightweight, so it's really portable, but anything and everything you could want to do on your tablet, including things like Skyping, you can do on this tablet. You can
take it on the road, and you customize what's going to be on the screen, what's going to be on the carousel, what's going to be on the tablet itself. And really that's what the decision is. The only decision you have to make for today is how much stuff, how much of that digital world do I want to carry around with me at one time? And that will make the decision between whether or not you want the 16 gig, whether you want the 32 gig, or whether you want the 64 gig. Those numbers, as they get incrementally higher, mean more storage space. If you're somebody that just goes and shops, or goes to Pinterest, or goes and looks at a video from time to time, or you're online a lot and you're just surfing the web, you can get away with the 16 or the 32. But if you're somebody like me that likes to have a lot of video and a lot of music on the tablet at any given time, I have at least 5 or 6 movies right here, I've got a couple books, I've got a bunch of games, you're gonna go for the 64 because that means you don't have to pick and choose what you keep and what you get rid of. But with that said, you get unlimited cloud storage. And we hear the term the cloud a lot. It means a lot of different things. In the case of Amazon, anything you get from their store, whether it was free, whether you paid for it, you own for life. So let's say you get the 16 gigabyte device. And you run out of room. All right, well, I watched that movie, and I watched that TV show, and I read that book. You throw them away, but you're not throwing them away permanently. They're just zipping up into space. They live in the cloud, and then the next time you want to watch the newsroom, you simply tap on the icon, which is inside your video library, and you bring it back down again. So you have control of everything that you ever grab from Amazon for the life of the tablet. And on top of that, you have control of anything that you may have a question about, because now you have Mayday. And Mayday reinvented the way we do all this stuff.
I have to say, this is a game changer. We've talked about tech support. We talked about tablet support or PC support. We know that some places you can go in the store and get help. But how about for the life of your tablet, your Kindle Fire HDX, you can have help at the push of a button, anytime, anywhere, any place. This is amazing. Now, what kinds of things do people usually ask for Mayday?
Well, to be clear, as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi, you have a connection to Mayday. And Mayday is Amazon's tech support, but different than any tech support that you've ever seen. Because when we talk about tech support, normally it's a phone call, or it's a chat session, or you're sending emails, you're waiting for a response, there might be a delay. This is instant, and there are no limits to what you can ask the Mayday people. Anything that has to do with this tablet. It could be, how do I get Facebook on there like you see right there? How do I download an application so I can print from my Canon printer? Heard you can do a video chat. How does all of that work? How do you get to Mayday? You simply swipe down. I'll do it for you and show you again. Here's your main screen. It's time to get to the settings. Look how responsive it is. There's a button that says Mayday. As long as you're connected to the web, you'll see that little orange connection button. You click on connect, and in the lower right-hand corner, that black box will pop up. When the black box appears, that means that your tablet is connecting to the server. And when it's connecting to the server, it's getting a hold of an agent. And when it gets a hold of an agent, you now have a live conversation in 3, 2, 1. There he is.
Thank you for hitting the Mayday button. Hello, my name is Porter, a Mayday Tech Advisor for the Fire HDX. How are you tonight?
Good, Porter. What's going on?
Not a lot.
Well, you're here with Brett in Albany. I'm referring to myself in third person. It's late in the day. Either way, Porter. All day long, we've been wowing people. Brett has been wowing people. Albany is here to wow with you. Porter, take control of the tablet right now and show everybody at home exactly how you can navigate the tablet itself.
One great thing about the Kindle HDX is we have the ability to draw on your screen.
Okay. There you go. Little
Oh, he gave a
smiley
little
face
smiley
right above
face.
Facebook there. What else you got?
We also have the, do you mind if I take over the device?
Yep, go right ahead. Do whatever you want.
Okay. We can scroll through your carousel. We can show you different features on the device. We can help you, say, pick a movie from your control panel here.
Okay.
We can open a movie. We can actually
you get the feel the whole thing's
watch
got
the
to run.
movie with you.
Casablanca's
Oh, that's very cool.
supposed to be a place that was quite grand, and it's
So what if, for
faded
example, we
into
wanted
disrepair.
to
It's
find an
filthy,
application
it's freezing cold,
and we
the
wanted to
mess hall is
download an
foul.
application? Can you help us do that?
The intention was to build a hospital where they
All right, so let's jump out of the movie. I'll let you continue to take control. We'll exit out of the movie and show me how, actually forget about the application for a second. Let's go into this gigantic bookstore because all day long people have been asking, can I still use it as an e-reader? Can I still download books? And obviously the answer is yes. Help us jump into the books there and let's find, Albany, give me a category. Give me something interesting.
Historical romance.
All right, so
Julia Quinn.
So Porter, can you go inside for Albany there and pick out a historical romance book from inside the store itself? He's like, I don't even know what historical romance is.
Is the volume back on?
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Porter. I turned you down, dude. We were watching the movie. Hang on one second here.
Do we try?
There you go. Well, actually, you turn the volume back up. Can you do it? He's like, sure, I can turn the volume up.
Porter's lost in love right now. He's looking
Yeah,
for
the
historical
store-
romance.
There you go. Yeah, pick something from historical romance.
Okay, all we have to do is do a quick search for that.
Okay.
I'm going to move myself out of the way for you.
And by the way, guys, I don't know if you
Historical.
yeah, you can see that we're not touching the tablet at all. This is all Porter doing all of this.
All Porter all the time right
All
now.
Porter,
Go,
yep.
Porter, go.
Historical romance. All right, so he's typing that in the search engine using the built-in keyboard. There you go, Porter.
Historical romance.
And we're on our way.
Love it.
Let's see. Let's slide yourself out of the way for a second. There. Let me see how many selections you can pick. Wow. So he picked one out for you. McKinnon's Bride. Is that all right, Albany?
I don't know, is McKinnon's Bride based in, oh, he's a Highlander. I love those Scottish historical romances. I'll tell you what, when you push your Mayday button, thank you, by the way, Porter, thank you so much.
Porter, we appreciate the help, man. We'll
Thank
check
you
back
very
with you in a little bit.
No
Bye.
problem. Have a good night.
All right,
Thanks
buddy.
for hitting the Mayday button.
Talk to you soon.
So 2 things we should know. We can see Porter, but he cannot see us. So if you're in your jammies, the makeup isn't on, the rollers are in the hair, you're just not looking that great.
Full moo-moo.
Full moo-moo. Okay, well,
That's
there
me.
you
I
go.
wasn't talking about the people at home.
They can't see you, but you can see them. It's kind of like having a personal concierge, and that's what makes this value even more tremendous, because for the lifetime of your Kindle Fire HDX, you're going to have unlimited Mayday support. You're saving about $100 no matter which one you choose. We've had over about 24,000 spoken for. Now, if you want that 64 gigabyte, I have dark gray only at this point, 2,400, that is it. I cannot get any more. We have all colors in the 16 and the 32, and P.S. and I love you, this is the lowest price ever on a 32 or a 16, and we've been working with Kindle for a long time. Latest technology, Mayday button. I want to show you one more really cool thing, and then we're going to go to the phones, because when you talk about technology, I get it, that technology is always moving and changing, and you keep thinking, is it the most current? So current that Brett is working his tablet, and it is on the television, no wires attached.
Yeah, so exactly what I have here, you now have the ability to shoot up to your screen. There is an additional piece of equipment necessary. This is called mirror casting, or mirroring, as they call it inside the settings here. What happens is it sends a wireless signal from the tablet itself to your television if you have this additional piece of equipment. Now you can ask your operator about it. I think they sold out earlier. You can find them online. Just make sure that the one that you purchase is compatible with the Kindle Fire HDX. What does it mean? It means on movie night, when it's not just you, it's the whole family. Anything that you have in here is now up there. It goes beyond that, because anything that you have on the tablet is now fair game to be on the TV. Take it, plug it into your computer, drag over some photographs, and all of a sudden you've got one humongous photo frame to be able to check out all of your pictures. You can use it for a surprise party or a birthday.
I was just thinking, you said that you can turn your TV into family movie night, but here's something exciting. For 30 days, you're going to get Amazon Prime absolutely free. No more dollar movie night, no more downloading another kind of movie or paying for one, because for 30 days, you have all of this content really good current stuff absolutely free. I mean, just think about what one movie rental costs. Now you get that included, and it's all part of your huge savings here at QVC. While we're doing that, I'd love to go to the phones,
Sure.
and then maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more. Denise from Connecticut, welcome in. I'm Albany, Irvin, and this is Brett Hamilton. How are you?
Good. How are you tonight?
Oh, well, we're doing just great. Which Kindle Fire HDX did you choose?
I went with the 64 gigabyte.
Okay.
Perfect choice.
Big time.
So have you been shopping for a Kindle or for a tablet, or did you just kind of happen?
I actually have. I've been using the Kindle for the last so many years.
Okay.
And I love it. I absolutely I bought it originally for books. Mm-hmm. And then when they upgraded, I went with the next upgrade and kind of passed that one down to my sister.
Okay.
And upgraded again and passed that down to my daughter. And now I'd like a new one for myself.
Oh, nice. So you've been a
I
part of the
love
Kindle
them.
family for a long time.
I have. I love them.
What is it specifically that you like about the Kindle format?
Well, originally, it's very easy to use.
It is.
For me, that makes it perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly computer savvy, and I can use this for anything. I
Absolutely.
originally bought it for books, but now I watch movies, TV shows. I don't even use a computer anymore. I just use it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Denise, I'm not sure exactly which Kindle you already have, but this one has a quad-core 2.2 gigahertz processor, and it's not just high def, it's super high def resolution. When you get this home, I think you're going to be blown away, and the battery life on this guy is phenomenal. So you're going to get so many bells and whistles, plus you get that Mayday button, so if you do have questions, you'll have your own personal concierge right on board.
I love that Mayday button.
Yes.
In the past, they have been absolutely wonderful. When you can just write on your Kindle. We were able to send them a note and either have them phone us at that moment, or they would contact us within 24 hours. And they've been wonderful about this, but this is perfect.
Even
Be able
better.
to talk to somebody right while you're having that issue or problem, which I've never had many issues or problems.
Well, I am so glad to hear that. Hey, remember when you get it home, sign in with your current Amazon account, and all of your content will port right over for you.
Thank you so much.
Denise, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You guys have a great night.
You
Bye-bye.
too, Denise. Take care.
You know what's amazing to
What?
me? As we started midnight, and as we talk to people, there are more people that go from a Kindle to a Kindle
Yeah.
than any other tablet I know of. And I'll tell you what, the viewing screen as I'm playing Candy Crush is huge. It is lightweight. I mean, I'm not a big girl, and I can hold this easy with one hand. I think a lot of people like that. If you're reading, the other thing that I think you'll appreciate is that you can even customize your text.
You can. And the ability, in the very beginning, of course, it was nothing but an e-reader, and back then it didn't do all the cool little tricks that it does now as an e-reader. Here's one that's really going to blow you away. So you've got a book that you download, and it's a book. It's a book. It looks like a book. It's got the fonts. It's got the colors. It's all they got
It's
all
a
that
book,
stuff.
Brett.
It's a book. It's a book that will read to you. Watch this.
Okay.
Absurd wit and true feeling that it's impossible not to cheer for his unlikely hero, Allison Lynn. People Matthew Quick is a natural storyteller, and his Silver Linings Playbook.
That's actually a computer that's built in to the device, built into your Kindle Fire HDX. If the book that you choose, and most of them, I don't want to give out an exact number or percentage, there are a huge number of books that for free you can enable the text-to-speech option, which means you can read it like a normal book, or you can have it read to you. So that's for somebody that might be visually impaired. That's for somebody that maybe your eyes are just tired and you got to a certain point, but you're not ready to give up for the night and you want to fall asleep listening to the book will read to you.
You know how I use it?
How do you use it?
I'll be reading a book. The kids want to eat like every day, and it's a good part of the
Stupid
book.
kids, why do they
Silly
have to
kids,
eat?
3 times a day. So I'll set it up in the kitchen and let the book read to me, so that I mean, while I'm emptying the dishwasher, while I'm getting the table ready,
That's a really cool idea.
I can still keep going. My hands are in the chicken. It's so easy, and you don't miss out on your favorite part. It also has helped my littlest, as she's learning to read, to feel more confident, because she can read and watch the letters or the words while someone's reading to her.
That's a good idea.
So it really makes her feel confident. Let me do a quick value for you, and also give you an update, because we started midnight saying to you that we are the lowest price ever on a 16 or 32 gigabyte Kindle Fire HDX, and we launched for the very first time a 64 gigabyte. With over 24,000 gone, we're starting to get limited in a few. So let me share the 16 gigabyte with the colors, okay? We do have a purple. This is called slate blue. It kind of has a denim effect. This is pink sorbet. It kind of is a watermelon color. We've brought in 1,500 here, and I only have 400 left, and that's it. And then this gorgeous gray has a black side and then a dark gray here. We also have it available. Now, same 4 colors for the 32 gigabyte, but if you want the pink sorbet, we brought in 1,600, and we only have 500 left. That's it. Now in the 64 gigabyte, it's been most popular all day, but just love gray. We brought in 16,000, and in the gray, I only have 2,100. That's it. That's the only color. We're going to talk to Lisa in Maryland. Hi, Lisa. I'm Albany, and this is Brett. Welcome in. How are you?
Well, thank you very much. I'm very fine. Thank you.
So I hear you got that purple.
Yes, I saw it yesterday advertised, the pre-advertisement on the computer, and happened to be flipping through the channels tonight. I'm like, oh, Kindle Fire. So
Yay.
I decided that calling in, and I'm going to order myself one.
There you go.
I'm so glad. Now, what kinds of things are you hoping to do on your new Kindle Fire HDX, Lisa?
Well, a couple years ago, I purchased the Nook Color that you guys had,
Okay.
and I have books and games, and well, my son plays the games and stuff. But they watch the Netflix and everything through it. It comes with us when my son wrestles, so we have downtime in between matches.
Sure.
So I have all my books and things like that, and I can check football scores and all that stuff now.
Right.
But no, I really like it because I read a lot, so it's nice to have that ability to pick up and go and read the book and not have to worry about carrying it with me, that I had the whole thing with me. Now I have other options to do it as well, too.
Oh, nice. Now, hey, listen, quick question for you, Lisa, and I'll give you a tip. I don't know if you've done this before, but there's an app called Overdrive Media Console. It's absolutely free. You can download it, and with that app, you can actually borrow books from your local library, absolutely free. You don't even have to go into the library, all via your Kindle, and you can even download audiobooks.
Oh, that's awesome because, we always swap books back and forth at work.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to see what's up there. Yeah.
It's a great one, so I hope you get a chance to check that out.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Well, enjoy. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 You know, here's something interesting. Her
What?
son, I don't know how old he is, he's probably in high school if he wrestles, and she are both loving tablets. This is something that goes all ages, guys and girls. If you're looking for a phenomenal Christmas gift, something that's really going to stand behind what it says it does, but also does more than any other tablet on the planet. I'm talking about the tablet with fruit. I'm talking about the tablet with the robot. It does something different, which is Mayday, but it also gives you super high definition resolution, and it gives you better battery. Let's talk a little bit about that battery, because if you're sitting waiting at a wrestling game, or if you're kind of, on a plane somewhere or a long car trip, you want this to last.
Yeah, if you're just reading a book, believe it or not, you can get up to 17 hours of battery time, battery life out of this. If you're mixing between videos and you're listening to music and you're surfing the web, 7, 8, 9 hours, it really just depends on what you're doing. But the fact that you're getting more than just a couple of hours is really what it's all about when it comes to using the tablet, because most of the time you don't want to be tethered to a socket, you don't want to have to be charging constantly, and you can take it with you on the go. So what if all of a sudden the computer world and the tablet world collided? Because up until now and up until recently, tablets were limited. Tablets were limited in what they could do compared to a computer. It used to be that, for example, yeah, you could get email, but what if there was an attachment on the email? Normally you had to wait till you got home, you had to open up your computer, and then you could read the attachment. There's a built-in software package, there's an Office suite that's free that's built into it that allows me to take this Word document that I sent to myself and actually open it up. Not only can I open it up, but look at all of the ability to go down here and edit and change and print.
Wow.
If you've got a wireless printer in your home, you can sync it. There's a Canon printer in the back of this room. It recognized it right there. I tap onto the Canon printer, and I now have the ability to print this document in the printer behind us simply by giving it the command, and boom, it appears wirelessly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And boom. Does it make
Boom.
that noise? And
Well, it
boom.
makes more like this. It's like tick, 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 tick.
Okay, so all kidding aside, this is the final presentation. If you want that 64 gigabyte, it's been the most popular all day. We've sold out of every color except for this gray. And we started with about 16,000. Are you ready? 16,000. And now we only have 1,800. That is it. We cannot get any more. The 4 colors are still available in the other 2 choices. You're saving about $100 no matter which one you choose, but here's the other big thing. This is available for our holiday gift return policy. So that means if you're giving it to yourself or giving it as a gift, you have till January 31st of 2015 to have a 4-month test drive. Nobody on the planet does that because usually with technology, once you slit open the wrapper, you own it, or you have a 20% restocking fee.
Exactly.
We don't do that at QVC. We just want you to be delighted. And I feel like in the world of tablets, it's hard to know. Get this one home. I have it. I love it. I'm a long-term Kindle user, and my kids like it. And I actually really appreciate the fact that I can sign in on all their devices. We can port all of this stuff, so I don't have to rebuy a whole bunch of things. If you're doing this for your kids, if you're signing in into the same account, it'll automatically go to all the devices. But in a minute, I also want to talk about free time and parental controls because we actually want to do that. Or you want to take the phone call first?
Well, real quick, because you're talking about the kids and the ability to be able to manage and watch what they're doing online, this is Kindle Free Time right here. Set up an account. We'll call Maddie the youngest one in this family. You can select anything that you want for Maddie or for your son or for your daughter and be able to kind of restrict where it is that they go. Now, why does it say all done for today? This has been an ongoing thing that I've been showing throughout the day. I set up a duration of 1 hour of apps, of games, and of movies. Well, guess what? In all the times that we've shown it throughout the day, we've burned through our hour. If you gave this to your child right now, or they had been playing for the last hour, because the password has been enabled, they can't go anywhere that you don't want them to go. In fact, they're done gaming for the day. They're done playing with the apps. They're done with surfing the web and stuff like that because you've told them that their hour's up. If you want to go through and add more time, fine. Go in and put the password and actually jump inside here, and here are all their categories. These are the books that you've given them the ability to do, so on and so forth. All you have to do is know the password. The key is don't give them the password because now you control where they go.
You know, here's where it works well at my house. I have an 8-year-old, I have a 9.5-year-old, and I have a 14-year-old. They all have different rules. They all have different things that they're allowed to do. But my 9.5-year-old would play games until Jesus comes. He would be there all day long. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't bathe. So his is set up that he has to do his homework first. And then if he gets his chores done,
fair enough,
he can unlock it. He would also sit and read all day long, so he would be stuck. So I give him different parameters than I would my 14-year-old. My 14-year-old can surf the web.
Okay.
My 8-year-old can darn near do nothing. She gets about 5 things she can do. But as they grow, you can unlock it and you can change your content. It's very easy, and it gets rid of all the arguing.
Well, but it's the same tablet for the entire family. It used to be that you had to buy a kid's tablet for the little guys.
Right.
Then you
That's
and
a
I
good
would
point.
use a tablet, and then maybe you're going to give it to somebody else a tablet that's somewhere in between. Now, as Albany just with those great examples said, everybody gets to use the same tablet. There's just certain settings and certain restrictions depending on how old they are and where they are in the family.
Love it.
You can lock your husband out too if he doesn't
I
behave,
don't
right?
well, I
He's
would.
done.
I would. Hey, Jackie's in New York and she's joining us. Hi, Jackie. I'm Albany and this is Brett. Welcome in.
Hi, how are you?
Well,
Good, how are
we're
you?
doing great, Jackie. So what'd you think about our Kindle HDX today's special value?
I think it's fantastic. I saw it, and I think it's perfect for my husband for Christmas.
Ooh.
He doesn't have a tablet yet. I've used an iPad, but I'm real impressed with the Kindle. And the Mayday
Yes.
is the seller.
Isn't
Because
that
he's
amazing?
not computer savvy.
Okay. Well, you
So
know what?
it's perfect for him.
I got to tell you, this is one of those frustration-free gifts that really allows you to work at your own level, grow at your own level, but then as he, changes his interests, if he needs help, they can help him do it.
Exactly.
Oh, well, what a great
And
gift.
the quality is amazing.
Can you believe that?
And the price, how can you go wrong with this? So I was really lucky to find it.
Oh, I'm so glad you found it, Jackie. Well, it's on its way, and you do have till January 31st for your husband to give it a try. If you give it to him early, but even if you don't, he'll have a little bit of time to play with it. But I think that you're going to be incredibly impressed as well.
Right? Yeah. Hopefully I can keep it under wraps till Christmas.
That's the hardest
Or open
part.
it up and play with it for 4 months. Just be like, I don't know what happened. Maybe the mice got in there and opened it up. I'm not implying that you have mice in your home, by the way.
There you go. Hey, well, thanks for shopping with us today and letting us help you pick some things up for your Christmas list.
All right. Thank you so much. You have a nice evening.
You too.
You too.
Bye,
Take care.
Jackie. You know, a lot of people are loving that Mayday button. And here's the crazy thing. We hear people say all the time, oh, I'm not tech savvy, I might need it. You and I are tech savvy, and there's been times that we've used that Mayday button just because sometimes you get stuck or you don't want to have to read the instructions. I hate reading instructions.
Yeah, I don't have much patience for that, and I've been giving this example all day long. The first time I ever called Mayday was because I had an HP printer in my house, and I was like, okay, I print off my computer, I want to see it print from a tablet. So I dialed up the Mayday button, I said it's HP, he goes, hang on a second, he tapped the app button, he tapped the HP app, which was free, dropped it onto my carousel, and in under a minute, without exaggeration, in under a minute, the document that I was trying to print from an email landed on the other side of the room in the wireless printer. That's what they're there for. It's printers, it's Bluetooth keyboards. A lot of people say, can you use a keyboard for this? You can use a Bluetooth keyboard. A wireless speaker. Or you want to go through and figure out how to take advantage of all those free videos they're giving you for the first 30 days. You want to download the QVC app. You want to attach your Facebook account or your email, whatever it might be. Everything that's inside here can be navigated the same way by the Mayday people simply by tapping on the button at the top of the screen. How do you get to that? Look at this. Look how responsive this machine is. You tap on that button, and at the bottom it says connect. If I were to hit connect right now, we would be talking to Mayday in under 15 seconds.
For no money.
For no money.
For no money. You can see them, but they can't see you. Now, I want to share this value with you again because just in the last 30 minutes, another 2,000 tablets have gone out the door. This is the final presentation. You're saving about $100 here today. It's the lowest price that we've ever been able to do a 16 or 32. We've had these here at QVC before, the 16 and the 32, but they were more money, way more money. We're able to save you about $100 off of all sizes, and for the very first time, we're offering a 64 gigabyte. Now, if you want the 64 gigabyte, we brought in over 16,000 of those, and I have less than 1,500 remaining in the dark gray only. And I just want to let you know that if you love 64 gigabytes, get the gray. It doesn't matter. You can always change cases later, but at this savings...
Same device inside.
Same device inside. Are we going to try Mayday again?
We are. And by the way, for those of you wondering, the 16, the 32, and the 64 are all the same unit.
Yes.
It's just the storage space that's inside. They all do the same thing.
Okay.
All right, here's a magic trick. For those of you that are just tuning in, maybe you've heard of Mayday before. If you haven't, you're never going to forget it after you see this. Mayday is lifetime tech support. Here's the tablet. Here's everywhere that you're going to go. And then you have a question. Any time of the day, you drop onto the Mayday button right there. You wait for the little yellow icon that says connect. By clicking on connect, you get this little black box in the lower right-hand corner. And in under 15 seconds, that's the goal, and they have not missed it today, under 15 seconds, you get a live tech advisor that appears magically, just like this guy.
Thank you for hitting the Mayday button. I'm your tech advisor, Drac. How can I help you today?
Hey, what's going on? Drac, is that your name?
Jack.
That is my name, Drac, yes.
Is Drac short for something?
It's a nickname that I was given as a teenager, and it kind of just stuck.
Well, there you go. See, we already answered our question. I guess we can hang up now.
No,
Drac,
it's not our question.
Here's the deal, man. It's Brett in Albany from QVC. We were wondering, we have all these people watching at home, and for some of them, they've never seen what Mayday can do. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Give us a quick tour. Wow us with the ability to go ahead and navigate the tablet from top to bottom. You can draw on the screen. You can move around. You can open up apps. We'll leave it to you. Take 20 seconds and go for it.
All right. Do you mind if I take over your device?
Go right ahead.
All right. Thank you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my big old head up over here. My wife always tells me my head's getting in the way anyway. So with the Mayday device, we can take over the device to help you out. We can move stuff around, as you see with the carousel right here. Or, you know, we can even, say you want to look at a new app.
Yep.
You want to check your apps out, I'll circle the apps there, and then we'll jump into it real quick.
Okay.
And say we're looking in the apps in the store for a new app. So once again, I'll circle it, and then we'll jump into it real quick there.
All right.
And then we just search our app. Now we can actually just take the apps that you see in the app store, or we can actually search for the app itself by hitting the magnifying glass right here. And then once again, let me move the big head out of the way again, and just type in the name of the app. Say you're looking for Spotify or Facebook or any of those, or you're just looking for a printer plug-in for your Canon printer that I see there.
Perfect.
And it'll bring it right up.
Dude, so you can pretty much get anywhere we need you to go. You can do it for us, or you can kind of give us a tutorial. So right there, you showed us how easy it was to find apps. You showed us how easy it was to go and navigate the carousel and the apps that we already have, as well as apps that we can get.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate your time, Drac.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. You have a wonderful night.
All right, man.
You
We'll talk to
too.
you soon.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. So you click
He's
in.
cute, isn't he?
Yeah, there's old Drac. Problem
Now,
solved.
but he can't see us, and I
No.
think that's the big one. I want you to know that he cannot see you, but you can see them. Your Mayday button is like a personal concierge.
Yep, and it's
free.
free.
And it's free, which means that if you're sending this to a college student, you're giving it to a child, if you're giving it to somebody who thinks they're not tech savvy, you know, we're hearing a lot of people that have never gotten into a smartphone or a tablet who are picking up the Kindle Fire HDX today because they trust Kindle, they trust Amazon, and they're saying, you know what? It's time, and I'm picking up something at a tremendous, tremendous value.
And you know what? In the end, with more than 23 different places you can go and 23 million choices that you can make, eventually you're going to have a question. And it's nice to know that you don't have to send an email and wait for a response. You don't have to type a whole bunch of sentences in a chat room hoping that somebody's on the other end actually paying attention. All you have to do is slide down onto the menu screen, go inside, click Mayday. When Connect lights up, you hit Connect. And as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi, you'll get your answers. And that's for life, life, 24 hours a day until the last day you use your Kindle.
Think about what that would
It would cost a fortune.
I got to tell you, we're gonna take another phone call. We're gonna go to Deborah in Massachusetts. Hi, Deborah. It's Albany and Brett. Welcome in.
Oh, thank you.
So tell me, what did you think about the Kindle Fire HDX? Have you been shopping around, or just kind of find us today?
Well, we've been talking about possibly, getting another type of tablet or an iPad or something of that sort. And my husband is an avid reader, and I've picked up reading the past couple of years, and the portability of it for traveling purposes, and with the additional features on the HDX Fire, I think it's very, very good as far as the picture taking. I think that Mayday help is a godsend.
Yes.
And I think the price was very reasonable. So we talked about it and decided that we were going to purchase one.
Oh, great. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you saw me earlier, but there's an app on here called Overdrive Media Console that allows you to download books and audiobooks from your library, absolutely free. You can borrow them for up to 3 weeks, I think. And then Kindle also, if you let them know what kind of books you're looking for, they have these daily deals too, where they can send you information and let you try a few. So it's a great way to really get to know your Kindle, or even maybe try a magazine.
And one quick question.
Sure.
With the Wi-Fi capability, how does that work when you're on the road? Let's say you're in a car.
Well, in a car,
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
Is the Wi-Fi the Wi-Fi that you would have initially from your home?
Yeah.
Or
Okay, so there's a difference between Wi-Fi, which is what you would have in a home or a coffee shop or an airport, and then something that powers a cell phone, which is like a 3 or a 4G network. This is not for being in your car like a cell phone would be. You would have to be near wireless. You'd have to be near wireless internet access. So that's your house, that's an airport, that's a hotel. Anywhere that you can get to Wi-Fi, you can get on the web. But keep in mind, because we're giving you the choice between the 16, the 32, and the 64, you can download content, lots of content, onto this ahead of time. And even though you wouldn't be able to necessarily get onto the web, you could still read the books, you could still watch the movies, you could still listen to the music, you could still play the games and take advantage of all the apps that you downloaded ahead of time, okay?
Right, and if I was, in a hotel, then I could definitely go through there.
Go to their Wi-Fi. Hotel, a coffee shop, lots of public places have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you just go into the wireless settings. There's a cool little menu icon that shows you the little Wi-Fi signal. Click onto that at the hotel. You'll see their Wi-Fi signal or whatever it's called pop up. Tap onto it, and then you can take advantage of their Wi-Fi as well.
Oh, very good.
All right.
Very good.
Well, Deborah,
I'm looking forward to, having it arrive in the mail.
Oh, well, good luck to you guys, and thanks for calling in.
Oh, you're welcome. And you guys have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
I got to tell you, I need to give you a quick update because we started the day with all 4 colors, all 3 sizes. Let me share with you what we have left. With the 64 gigabyte, we started with over 16,000. I only have 1,200, dark gray only. Definitely worth it if you want 64 gigs. Just get the dark gray. You can always change your cover later. In the 32, we have all 4 colors, but if you want this pink sorbet, I only have 400 left out of 1,500, and that is it. Now in the 16, I have all 4 colors, but in the pink sorbet, I started with 1,500 and I have 350. That is it. I can't get any more. Now, here's the value. You're going to save about $100 no matter which size you choose. You're also going to be able to do the 5 easy payments. That means that you can spread it out from $1 to $1.50 a day. And this is the final presentation. I want you to feel confident, though, so you have till January 31st of 2015 with our holiday gift return policy. Shop with confidence. Enjoy your Kindle. We're going to show you a few more things, but we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. I got to tell you, this is just darn fun.
Yeah, look at this.
I mean, we're playing games. Oh, you got a casino.
Or as my mother would say, or mother-in-law would say, the casino.
The casino.
Here we are at the casino.
Hey, you know what? This has been a day that has been all about exploring what your passions are. We've come to a point in society where we love our smartphones. We want our instant access, but the screens were too small. We like our computer, but they're too big and heavy. Yep. How about something that you can hold with one hand? Super slim and sleek. This is less than 11 ounces. I love that. And it can do all the things that you want to do. It can check documents, it can update documents, it can play games, it can watch movies in better than high definition resolution.
That's correct.
And when you're thinking about a gift, you don't need to know their size, you don't need to know their favorite color. This is what I consider, like, tablets are kind of like the Sony Walkman of our generation. Like, everybody wants to have a tablet, but we're kind of over those fly-by-night, no-name tablets that don't really do what they're supposed to do. This does everything.
This does everything, and it's scary how much it's starting to remind you more and more of a computer. So I opened up this document that I sent to myself, and look at my ability. A year ago, this was unheard of, to be able to go through and actually not just read the document, but go ahead and start manipulating stuff. So now I can edit the document itself. I can bring a keyboard up. I can make changes to it.
Wow.
And then I could email it off to somebody else. I could attach it to somebody else or another document or another email. And because I've got a wireless printer inside the building here, I can now send this document over to the printer.
You know, let's just kind of go through the features again, because as I see you do this, my mind says, okay, what can't it do? So does it's Wi-Fi, which that's your wireless way to get to the internet. No fee there. It's not like a monthly subscription. You just use your wireless router at your house or at work or at a public place. It's also Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So that means you can connect a speaker. You're watching a movie, you want everybody to do it. It's also, is it called Miracast enabled, where you can go and watch it on the TV?
It is. So this mirroring or Miracast or whatever you want to call it, and how do you get to all that stuff? Go back to your home screen and click down inside the menu here. So if I wanted to go and sync this Bluetooth speaker right here, I go to where they say wireless. Now, by the way, if you forget what I'm showing you right here, that's what Mayday is for. Call them up and say, hey, I got a really cool Bluetooth speaker from QVC. I want to know how I can use it to play the music, to listen to the soundtrack from the videos. Well, now they're synced. So now the next time I go to watch a movie or I go to watch a TV show, I can use the stereo speakers that are built in, but then I can also listen to all of the audio in here through here. So how cool is that to be able to do both? I don't want to blast you guys out with the speaker. Now I can do it with the keyboard as well. Go inside, go to wireless, go to Bluetooth, and link up a Bluetooth speaker and a keyboard.
Wow.
You could also go and, as they were showing us earlier, download the drivers. That's a really fancy name for the thing that allows this to talk to that. And in that case, it's a printer. There's a Canon printer app, which means now the Canon printer that the family has can print stuff from here just the same way it can from your computer.
You know, it's interesting because we know there's the tablet with fruit. We know there's the tablets with the space guy. My kids were going through saying, well, can it do this? Well, does it have my favorite game? And can it do this? I think about what I paid for just my kids' little handheld gaming devices. And then I had to buy them the cartridges, which they lost or the dog ate. That was a problem. Or they got bored with. This has so many free games. It has movies. But talking about free, this includes Amazon Prime for 30 days. And I'll tell you what, if you take advantage of that, the amount of money you save on content is unheard of. So let's talk about how that works and how long you have to watch that content.
Yeah, so it used to be that any of the free Amazon Prime videos, and there's music in there as well, you could only stream. And stream means that you watch it while it's there. Now you have the ability to download more than half of those titles. So now you can take them on the road, because we were just having a caller saying, well, what happens if I go off the grid, so to speak, and I'm in a car, I'm on a plane that doesn't have Wi-Fi. How do you get to those videos? Again, another question for Mayday if you forgot what I'm going to show you. But it's simple. You go into, of course, the video category, and during the first 30 days, if you're a new Amazon customer, anything that says Prime, you now have access to. So all of that cool stuff from HBO that's been uploaded to Amazon's server, all of these movies, all of these TV shows, and yep, even at the bottom here, there's some kids programming as well.
I mean, it's current stuff, it's good stuff, it's not junky stuff or stuff you've never heard of before, but the amount of money that we've saved on stuff to watch on the road, just to entertain ourselves on Friday night, this is it, and that pays for itself. Now let me share with you what's left, because we started the day last night and we've already blown through about 24,000 of these, now 27,000. So in the 16 gigabyte, I have all colors, but the pink sorbet is super limited. I only have 350, that's it. In the 32, all colors, but the pink sorbet is super limited, only 400. Now, in the 64, don't look at any of these, we brought in over 16,000. The only color left is the gray, and I have about 1,000 left. Let me just tell you something. If you like 64 gigs, if it's in your budget, get the gray. You can always get a different case later, but you're saving $100 today. You're also getting it on 5 easy payments. That's one of the highest we do. So that means for about $1 to $1.50 a day, you get it now. You get to experience and enjoy it. And you really get almost 4 months to test drive it, because our holiday gift return policy is in effect. And that means until January 31st of 2015, you have to test it out, see if you love it, or see if your gift recipient loves it, and we want you to feel confident. But this is the final presentation. At the end of the day, if we have any left, this won't exist, because we've never ever done this low of a price on the 16 or 32, and quite frankly, we've never been able to get a 64, so this is a first time for that as well. We're going to go to Helen in New York.
Helen.
Hi, Helen. It's Albany and Brett.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
We're doing great, so tell me, what'd you think?
Well, I think it's wonderful. I just got in the house from being out camping and went to my email and found out that this was the today's special value, and I've really been thinking about buying my granddaughter one of these since I bought my daughter a Kindle last year.
Okay.
And for 3 years, they've both had a Nook that you guys had a few years ago. And they seem to love them. They take them everywhere. She's a movie buff. She loves games. She rides with other people back and forth to work, and she carries this thing with her every day. I think it's attached at her hip. So she will be shocked and surprised to get this for Christmas.
And with as much as she travels around, especially carpooling and back and forth to work and stuff like that, Helen, you made the right move getting the larger memory there, the larger storage space with the 64 gig, because lots of times she won't have access to Wi-Fi, but because she has such a big storage garage, so to speak, for all of her digital stuff, she can download a whole bunch of movies and a whole bunch of music and a whole bunch of books or magazines or whatever it is that interest her, and she won't have to be near Wi-Fi to get that access, and she can watch them anywhere she wants.
Now,
I know. My daughter's jealous now because she only has a Kindle.
Uh-oh. So let me ask you this, Helen. How old is your granddaughter?
29 she'll be.
Okay. If your granddaughter and her mother use the same account, they actually can share books back and forth, and they can even loan books back and forth to each other across their accounts.
I know they did that with their Nook, so I'm assuming you could still do that with the Kindles.
You sure
Absolutely, absolutely. And the Mayday button's on there, so if they have any questions setting it up, you've really given her a phenomenal gift. I know she's going to love it.
Oh, my daughter's addicted to the games.
Oh, of course.
And
Hello,
I'm jealous,
Candy Crush.
Someday I'm going to have to get one for me.
Gaming junkie.
Absolutely. Oh, well, Helen, I'm so glad you took the time to chat. What's your granddaughter's name?
Holly.
Well, you tell Holly hello for us, and I hope she enjoys it.
She just got a new promotion at work, so she'll be twice as happy.
Yeah,
well, you know what? She
together.
can check her work emails on here. She can even update her Word documents. So I think she's going to really find this to be useful for her along work and play.
I certainly hope so.
Oh.
You guys have a great night.
Thank you,
and
Helen.
I see you got Bejeweled Blitz on there, my favorite game.
There you go. That and Candy Crush, either one.
Candy Crush. Oh, yes, but they time me out sometimes.
I know. It's a bummer. I know. That's like parental controls for us junkies.
You and Helen are part of some secret gaming fraternity that I don't know anything about.
It's okay. No
All right.
judgment. Helen,
You'll learn someday.
There you go.
Thanks, Helen.
Thanks, Helen. Have a great night.
Yes,
Bye.
you too. Bye-bye.
You know, if you want that 64 like Helen got for Holly, we only have 800. That's it. And we started with 16,000. And it's only available in the dark gray. Let's do this. If you're just now watching and you're thinking, okay, do I want a tablet or do I not want a tablet? Let's talk about why a Kindle and then what this tablet's doing that some of the other tablets with Fruit and with the robot guy have never been able to do.
Yeah, I think more than anything else, it's about the access because depending on what company you go with and what tablet, how much content can you get? And depending on what your interests are and your hobbies and stuff like that, 23 million different places, 23 million different choices, and that includes the games and the apps and the books and the music and the videos and all that stuff here at the top of the screen. And a good part of all that stuff, by the way, is free. And as Albany said, the ability to borrow books instead of paying for books and trials for the games and all that other stuff. So you've got that, but then does the device respond? Are you able to take it and simply by touching the screen be able to manipulate back and forth in the carousel, or what a great way to show you exactly how responsive it is, take a picture and be able to manipulate that picture simply by squeezing your fingers. Yeah, look at that crazy clarity.
No clarity is lost.
Clarity because it's better than high def. There are 2 million pixels that are packed inside there. So whether it's a picture that you're looking at, it's a video game, it's a movie, or you're just having fun on Pinterest, or you're sending an email, you're reading a book, the kids are playing a game, you're shopping with QVC, whatever it is that interests you, you have the ability to customize this carousel with those 23 million different choices. And what nobody else has, Mayday. Tap the button, and for the life of the tablet, anytime that you have a question about anything to do with your Kindle Fire HDX, you tap that connect button and they will answer it for free.
If you don't mind, I would love to just run through that video that shows all the features because as you're making your decision, I mean, this has everything.
It does, and we just talked to our friend Porter, who's over there at the main center.
We talked to Drac, too.
And Drac, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave
Drac out.
Mayday tech support for the life, 24/7 for the lifetime. Any questions that you have. We also showed you that you can connect wirelessly to the TV so you can all watch your movies, you can all play your games at the same time up on the big screen. Just ask about the additional equipment that goes along with it. Better than high def, that's why it's called HDX. 2 million pixels inside to give you that beautiful picture. Parental controls means you decide where your kids can and more importantly can't go. How long they're online, how long they're gaming, how long they're playing every single day, set the duration, and then you don't have to babysit them because you give it a password that only you know. A fast processor is an understatement when you're talking about a quad-core processor inside a tablet. Normally we think about a quad-core processor in a computer. It's fast, it's responsive. There's a camera built into the front so that you can get online and Skype and do video chats, and then a case. More important than probably anything else you're going to get for this ever is a case, and this is not only a case, but it's a stand. It's going to protect it, and if you're watching a movie or you're making a recipe or whatever, there's the case that's going to do it all for you.
You know, what you need to know is that each of these are identical in their features. The only difference is how much storage space you have. We're going to talk to Cindy in Utah. I hear you got one of those last few 64 gigabytes. Is that right?
I did, and I'm so excited.
Oh, good. So what got you excited and had you dialing in for this, Cindy?
Well, I bought one last year around the same time, but my daughter keeps taking mine, and I'm tired of it. So I decided to buy another one.
Daughters are good for that. Now, how old's your daughter?
She's 16.
See, now I have a 14 and a half, and I think the worst part is now she takes my clothes, too.
Oh, I don't think she'll do that because she's a lot taller than me. I'm pretty short.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll tell you what, isn't it interesting that, you know, daughters and mothers, all ages and generations are enjoying a tablet?
Oh, she loves it. I'm not kidding. When I can't find mine, I go ask her, and of course she's got it. And
of course.
It works for her for everything that she reads my books. She does everything. So I thought it's best just to get her own now.
Oh, well, that's great. I don't know if you heard us say earlier, Cindy, but if you guys sign in under the same account, all of the content that you've already purchased, or if you do like the same genres of books, will pollinate on both devices.
I heard that. That's great. We'll
awesome.
go ahead and do that.
Oh, good. Well, it is on its way. I hope she loves it. I'm sure she will since she's been borrowing yours.
She will. I'm so excited to give it to her. I think I'll wait until Christmas, but
Yeah.
then I can have my own and she can have hers. But I love this new one this year, so thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you for trusting us here at QVC and taking the time to chat.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So in that 64 gigabyte that Cindy just got, we have 500 left, only in the gray, and that's out of 16,000. This has been a phenomenal day. Lots of fun things you can do. How many choices again? Because when you're talking about upgrading and trying to read books and watch movies and do TV shows and do learning apps and do cooking apps and travel apps, I mean, what are my choices?
23 million different choices. And probably since the last time I mentioned that number, more choices have been added because Amazon has such a far reach. You think about it. You've been on their website, right? You know what they have access to in the retail world. All the books, all the music, all the video, that digital newsstand, the apps, the games, everything they can get, you can now get and hold it in one hand in high definition, Wi-Fi capable with built-in Mayday tech support. That means for the life of the tablet, anytime you have a question, it's free.
Personal concierge.
Personal concierge.
Yeah.
30 days of instant prime for both video and music, so you can watch all the movies you want. Giving you 500 coins. Go ahead and get some free games and some free apps while you're there. Lifetime cloud storage for free, so if you do ever run out of room, throw stuff away, it goes up into space. You want that book or that movie back later on, tap the button and it comes back down again. I don't know what else to give you because I think they've thought of stuff that we never would have, and they just continue to make it better and better and better. And as, by the way, as they update the software and they update the operating system, they push that to you automatically. It's free.
Love it. We're going to take a very quick call from Brenda in Texas. Brenda, welcome in. So what color did you choose?
I actually purchased 3, a purple, a pink, and a blue.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
have 3 granddaughters.
Not messing
Oh,
around.
my goodness. Okay, so how old are those girls?
2 9-year-olds and a 4-year-old. And the
Okay.
4-year-old is totally addicted to my Kindle Fire already.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't know about your 4-year-old, but when mine was 5, she did not want to learn how to read because she said, I have 2 siblings that know how to read. I don't need to know how to read. And we taught her how to read with education apps and sight word apps on a Kindle Fire. So I hope that's something fun for your granddaughter, too.
I hope so, too. I think they're going to be very surprised this Christmas.
Oh, well, here's the good news, Brenda. It'll keep reinventing itself, so this will be that one present that they'll have for years and years, and it'll just reinvent itself every time they change out their apps and books.
Plus parental
That's what I'm
controls.
hoping.
I'm sorry, Brenda. Plus parental controls are inside there, especially for the 4-year-old. You can decide where they can go, where they can't go, and how long they spend online every day.
Wonderful. That was one of the features I liked.
Isn't
That
that
and
great?
the Mayday button.
Awesome.
Well, Brenda, thank you for calling in. It was nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet y'all, too. Thank you very much.
See you, Brenda.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
She just checked 3 off her list. I'll tell you what, this was the final presentation. Hang on the line. I just have a few extra of the 64 gigabyte. If you want extra coverage, I personally love Square Trade because they even protect you from drops and spills and oopsies, oh my. Those happen at my house. Ask your order operator. We do have an extended warranty available if you'd like to add it. Hey, high five.
There you
High
go.
five. Hey, guess what's coming up?
When?
He did. Do you see me?